Hey there, it's Allison here. And last weekend for Labor Day, I went to Sacramento to go visit some family, and there was a whole lot of US Open watching. And in between that, when the US Open was over, I would watch one of my favorite shows. It's called Shark Tank. And if you haven't heard about it, which I'm sure you have, but it's all these business owners come in and they pitch these investors, trying to get some money from them and potentially a partnership. It's always fun to watch. You always see some crazy ideas where you're like, where did that come from? And sometimes they surprise you. Sometimes, people invest in them and they go off to be this really huge business. And you just, it's always surprising. It's kind of like a game where you can, guess what's going to happen to them. But there's this one business, and it was this firefighter who was selling some type of equipment that a lot of firefighters don't have, but they really need. And the problem with his product was there were multiple different buyers, and it wasn't really clear, who the ideal buyer was or how big that market size is. So, for example, he could have sold this to other firefighters or fire stations where they would just need one, and then that's it. Or they could sell it to homeowners who want to protect their home, and that would be a much larger market. Or, there's all these other different types of buckets. And one of the sharks, I can't remember who it was exactly. I think it's like the older bald guy, not Mark Cuban. So not Mark Cuban said something that really hit home with me. And he said, I like investing in products where there's one clear buyer. It just makes it so much easier, and it has to be a buyer where there's a big market of them. So because yours isn't clear, who the real buyer is, and there's multiple, no. And that really just killed it for that guy because, he's right. It's not really clear who the market is for this and who the ideal buyer is. And that's going to make business growth very, very difficult. So the same thing is true for your business, whether you're an e-commerce store or you're a coach, whatever it is that you're offering. You want to just have that one avatar in mind to make your marketing and growth so much easier. So listen to not Mark Cuban. Listen to Mark Cuban too sometimes. When they say you want one clear buyer, and make sure there's a whole big market of them. And that's it for today. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, you can go to AllisonCarpio.com for more.